What's up, y'all? This is Cole from Free Trading Academy. We are talking today about how to combine support and resistance lines and supply and demand zones on your chart to get the best possible entry. All right. So I was talking to my boy the other day, and I'm teaching him how to trade. And he was like, "Man, what is the point of even drawing support and resistance lines? Like every Forex course, every guru, says, get on your chart, mark out your levels with your lines. And when the lines get violated, then you enter the market." And it sounded so easy, but it seems like it's a trap. And it could be a trap depending on how you trade those lines and if you're using them in conjunction with anything else. All right. So we're going to dive in right now. We're on US 30. This is the Dow Jones Index. US 30 is a pretty wild instrument to trade. And I'm just going to keep it real with y'all. A lot of people make a ton of money on US 30. A lot of people lose a lot of money on US 30. It's also very volatile. You could see from these wicks down here. This is a 4-hour chart. So this wick right here it's just crazy. So it's great if you know what you're doing, if you are using great risk management. It's one of my favorites to trade. It's taken quite a long time to kind of get the hang of it, but yeah, it's a good time. So let's start off from the beginning. Naked chart. All right, Dow Jones. So here's where your support and resistance lines will come into play. So you're gonna, just like we started off in the very first video, we're looking for major turning points in the market. All right, we'll do right here. See, prices bounced off. The good thing about the line chart is it removes the clutter of all the wicks, especially if you're marking off a pair or an instrument such as this that has a lot of wicks. It's pretty volatile. All right, so I'm gonna do this one here like this. All right, so we could go level by level, but for the sake of time, we'll mark off these two. These are pretty good examples. So you see that the close of each candle is right on this line. Okay, so conventional, teaching will tell you when this line gets broken, you look for the sell. You're waiting on confirmation. Yada yada yada. All right. So, but that's just the first step for us. All right. So now we're gonna get our rectangle out and we're gonna mark off the zones. All right. Marking off the zones. Try and get as much price action as there in there as you can. All right. Okay. So let's go down to the 1 hour. Get a little bit of a better view. Okay. So we have now our support and resistance lines. We have our zones. So we know now that when price breaks this our line here, we're not looking to trade that. All right. What is this line telling us? This line is simply telling us where there's going to be a fake out. All right. So that's why I said earlier in the video, if you're trading with support and resistance lines by themselves, then yes, you are asking for a trap. If you're trading with lines and zones, then this is just another tool to use to get the best possible entry. All right, so you know that price is pushing higher, right? We're trading the US 30. US stock market is doing real good right now. Price is pushing higher and higher and higher. All right. We know that we're looking for buys, okay, until the overall trend reverses, and then we'd be looking for sells. So we have a break of our initial, what I call fake out level. I'm trying to change the narrative here. Fake out level or support and resistance line, this black line here, we get a break. All right, but you see that price is still trading into the zone. So our last video, we talked about stop hunts. So that's what's going on right here, because a lot of traders, retail traders that are seeing the market not as the big institutions are seeing it. All right, so they're getting in for the sell at the break of this line. They're like, oh my God, we're going to get an awesome correction. And that's just not the case. All right. So they get stopped out. All right. Price grinds up higher. So for us, we're still retail traders as well. All right. We're not ashamed of that, but we're just looking at the market a little bit different. So for us, once this gets broken, we know, okay, stop hunt. We're on high alert. So just like we said earlier, everybody else is placing their stops back here. Well, this is where we're placing our entry, right here in this, at the back of this zone, or even outside the zone a little bit. This is where we're placing our entry. Now imagine this risk to reward. If you trade US 30 on a regular, I mean, this is thousands, tens of thousands of dollars, if not more, depending on your lot size. So huge win right here. Same thing again. All right. Price breaks this level. It breaks it pretty convincingly. All right. But it's the same thing. It's just another stop hunt. All right. All the sellers, all the buyers, everyone's getting stopped out. All right. Price is going up and up and up and up and up. All right. So, this is a live chart right here. So we could say, let's try and talk about what could happen in the near future. So we're going to go back to my lines. We'll just draw it up here. All right. That's the highest close. And get me back to the candles. All right. So same thing. Price is grinding up higher. All right. So, ultimately, it's either going to do one of two things. This is the highest the Dow has traded as of yet. All right. So we'll most likely see a ranging situation. All right. But again, you don't want to enter this market too early. You do not want to enter this market too early. If price breaks up higher, all right, we know that it's really just a fake out. Okay, so you don't want to buy this level. That's what we're using our support and resistance lines for. Price is already broken out before. I'm sure a lot of people thought that it was going to keep going. They get stopped out when price comes back down, comes back up again. They're probably like, all right, I'm going to make my money back. They buy again, price goes back down. So that's what these support and resistance lines are for. These are fake out levels for us, but we know that the market moves off of supply and demand. All right. So we're not buying this market unless we get a clear break and close above this level. All right. Keyword there is close. We're getting a retest. All right. And even then, because we talked about fake outs before, we're getting a continuation. All right. So on the retest, you want to see wicks, which indicates signs of rejection. Then you'd like to see a bullish engulfing candle, which indicates momentum. And we are heading off in the upside. That's the only way you're taking a buy here. Okay. It's the only way you're taking a buy. So wrote down a couple of notes here. All right. If you're taking notes, taking screenshots, all right, write these down. Don't trade the first break of your support and resistance lines. All right. Again, that's how you get trapped. For us, we're using these, we're redefining what these lines are for. These are not to look for, blind entries. This is simply to identify fake out levels, stop loss hunt levels. All right. But we're waiting for price to grind a little bit deeper into our zones. All right. 2, wait for price to push deeper into the zone. As I just said, look for signs of rejection and momentum to indicate that the correction is over. All right. So this is a good example of that right here. All right. On this candle. So price broke our zone, our level. So we know fake out is imminent. People are getting stopped out. So now we're just waiting for a sign of rejection. And that's where we get with this candle right here. All right. Nice long wick, closes bullish. So we know that there's more buying pressure in the market, and price is going to grind higher, especially now that, excuse me, a lot of people have been trapped out of the market. All right. Follow that with a nice momentum candle. Now we are just riding it back up to the upside. All right. And lastly, draw support and resistance lines to identify fake out and stop loss, stop hunt areas on your charts. Okay. When these are used in conjunction with one another, I'm telling you, your win rate is going to shoot through the roof. Nobody's perfect. We all lose. We all trade with emotions. And sometimes the market just does crazy things that you can't predict. All right. Or some wild news comes out that nobody saw coming. That happens. All right. And we're going to talk about how to control your risk to reward. But again, we want to stack the odds in our favor as much as we can. Okay. So rewatch this video, take notes, shoot me a message if you have any questions. All right. Thank you for tuning into this course. I hope it's been good to you. We're going to keep pushing out good content to help you guys become more consistent and profitable traders. All right. Take care. Peace.